Hey everyone, so today's video is an update for my Project 5 Uses Lip Product Edition, and this is going to be one of the last updates. I'm hoping to finish this project within the next few months. So basically the premise of this project is to go through all of my lip products in my collection, use them 5 times, just to really make sure that I like all of the lip products that I have in my collection. So throughout this project, I have decluttered a few lip products here and there. I am decluttering one today as well, and I'm rolling out a couple today because obviously I used some of them 5 times. And I will also be rolling in some new lip products. So we actually, after these lip products I show you today, only have 8 left to sort of choose from. So I have been randomly generating lip products. I haven't really been choosing them myself. So it is just randomly generated with the spreadsheet of all the lip products that I have in my collection. And obviously once I've used it 5 times, I will take it off of my spreadsheet. So that is sort of the way that I have been doing this project, and it has been really fun to go through all of my lip products, but I am kind of ready for this project to be done just so that I can use what I want and I don't feel like I'm forced to use these specific lip products. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get straight into this update. So I will start with a couple of the products that I have on my lips today. The first one is a lip liner. This is the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in the shade Spice. I feel like this is sort of an iconic lip liner that used to be talked about a lot, maybe still is. These Milani lip liners are really good, especially for the drugstore. They're pretty creamy, so I do like the formula. However, this shade is not my favorite. It's definitely that classic like warm brown spice type of shade, and that's kind of the opposite of what I like. I usually like more cooler lip tones, but it's good for a look like this where I'm wearing a little bit more warm tones on my eyes. So I do have this on my lips today, and I didn't end up using this 5 times. I actually used it 4 times, so I'm only 1 use away from hitting my 5 usage goal, which you'll see is why I'm rolling in a couple extra lip products when I do my roll-ins today. Even though this isn't my favorite shade, I do still enjoy the formula and I like this lip liner, so I am just going to use it up rather than declutter it. Then the other lip product that I have on my lips today is a gloss. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Vanilla Cream Pie, and I actually only used this once since the last update, so I just haven't been reaching for this gloss. I feel like the way it looks in the packaging, it's a pretty like pink shade, and it's like a pinky nude shade, so it is still wearable, but for some reason I just thought this was a little bit more bold than it actually is. And with these glosses, you can sheer them out a little bit or build them up. When I put this on my lips today, I was really pleased with the way it looked, and I feel like I haven't used this gloss much in general, so I didn't really know how it looked on my lips. So I just wasn't really reaching for it because I didn't think of it as one of my favorite glosses. But I do really love the way this looks on my lips, and I feel like it looks a lot more natural than I thought it was going to. I feel like in the packaging it looks a little bit scary, like it's going to be a brighter pink, but it's a really pretty natural nude pink. So I am excited to get some more use out of this now that I know I like it a lot better than I initially thought I did before I used it. So like I said, I've used this once. I still have 4 more uses to get out of this before I can roll it out, but I'm really excited to use it some more. In the last update, I also rolled in my Ofra Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Story. This was in the collaboration with Samantha March, and I do like the color of this. I feel like it's a little bit dark, like it's not necessarily a nude color for me. I wouldn't really wear this every single day, but I feel like, again, this is one that looks a little bit scarier in the tube, especially when I apply it to my lips and blot it out a little bit. I feel like that can make it a lot more wearable. So I have actually enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I was going to. That's another bonus of this project, is sort of just discovering the lip products in your collection that you really like, because I feel like a lot of lip products in my collection I haven't used a ton and gotten a lot of use out of. I tend to stick to the same few lip products that I really love. But I do still like this, and this was one I was considering decluttering, but mostly because I don't wear liquid lipstick type of formulas very often, but I do really like the shade, and I can make it a little bit more wearable if I blot it out a little bit. So what I will do with this is I will apply it to my lips and then sort of just blend it and pat it in with my finger. That way it's a lot more wearable and a lot more natural. It sort of just shears it out a little bit. And this is a really pretty color, so I will be keeping this in my collection. And I was surprised that I wore this 3 times, which doesn't seem like much, but like I said, I never wear liquid lipsticks, but I still reached for this 3 times over the last month. So I need 2 more uses out of this one, and I feel like obviously I will definitely do that by the next update. And then the couple products that I did get 5 use out of were my Bite Beauty lip liner in the shade 38. I don't think Bite sells these anymore. They sort of did a whole rebranding, reformulation type of thing. I don't even know if they have lip liners anymore, but I do really, really like this lip liner. It's a really pretty sort of berry mauve tone. I'm really bad at describing shades, but this is more on the cool side, which is the types of colors that I really, really like. And this is the shade 38. I also have the shade 28 that was previously in this project, but I do prefer this one over that one. I don't know, not that it really matters because you can't get these anyways, but I do really enjoy this and I'm glad that I was able to get some use out of it. And this lip liner actually goes really well with the Ofra liquid lipstick. They're pretty much like an exact shade match. The lip liner might be a little bit darker, but that kind of works out for like a lip liner and liquid lipstick combo. I feel like these paired together really well, which might have been why I ended up using the liquid lipstick a little bit more. But this lip liner will be rolling out and I will roll in a new lip product for that one. And then the other one that I use 5 times is my Persona Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Honey. This one, again, is an everyday nude gloss, so it was pretty easy to get use out of. I also tend to throw on glosses every single day. I'm not necessarily obviously using like liquid lipsticks or even bullet lipsticks every day. So this one I was pretty easily able to get 5 uses out of. I do really enjoy this gloss formula. I feel like these are slightly overhyped. Like, I don't see anything amazing or super special about these glosses. It is a really pretty, almost shimmery iridescent gloss, and I love the amount of gloss that it gives on the lips, but I feel like these are slightly overhyped, especially if you're not necessarily wanting to purchase like a more high-end lip gloss. I feel like you can find lip glosses that are just as good at the drugstore, but I am really happy to have this in my collection and to be able to try out a different formula. Next up, a lipstick that I will actually be decluttering is my e.l.f. moisturizing lipstick in the shade Cheeky. Now, I do enjoy this lipstick. It's almost like a metallic lipstick. You can see there, it does have a little bit of shine in it. So it almost gives like a glossy effect to the lips. And I remember liking this a lot more than when I used it a few times. I didn't use this 5 times before I decided to declutter. I used it maybe 2 or 3 times. And it just doesn't look as great as I remember on the lips. It also smells terrible. So I have had this for quite a few years. So I think this has just gone bad and it doesn't look the same on my lips, or at least I don't really like the way it looks. I don't remember it looking that bad on my lips necessarily. It doesn't look terrible, but it just smells really off and I don't like the way it looks on my lips anymore. So I will be decluttering this one. Now for the new products that I will be rolling in. So I rolled out 3 lip products and I'm actually going to be rolling in 5 lip products just because I want to try to almost speed up this project a little bit, and I know I want to be done with this project in the next few months. So I decided to just add a few more lip products. Also because the lip products that I have left in this project, like one of them I only need 1 use out of, so I know those ones are going to be pretty quick to roll out. So I did decide to roll in 5 lip products, which I feel like also makes this a little bit more exciting. So I did randomly number generate from the almost 15 lip products I had left to rotate through this project. So these were the ones that were selected. First off, we have the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Zurich. This is the only NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream that I have left in my collection. I previously had the shade Prague. I actually rolled into this project and I decided to declutter it just because, was that in this project? I don't know. I ended up decluttering it in one of my projects that it was rolled into. So that was just a shade that I never reached for and I never used. So I couldn't even get 5 uses out of it. So I ended up getting rid of that one, but I do really love this formula, and this shade Zurich is just the perfect everyday sort of pinky peachy nude shade. So this is definitely my favorite shade in these. I used to have like 6 or 7 of these and I got rid of all of them just because I never wear sort of liquid lipstick type of formulas. This is not your classic liquid lipstick type of formula though, so that is why I prefer this formula. So I'm excited to roll this in and get some use out of it. I haven't used this in a really long time. Then there were a few lipsticks that were randomly selected. The first one is from ColourPop in the shade Hey Mr. DJ. This is one of their Velvet Blur lipstick formulas, and this one, again, I haven't used in a really long time. I just tend not to wear my ColourPop bullet lipsticks for some reason. I don't wear bullet lipsticks often in general. I mostly just stick to lip liners and gloss. So it will be fun to get some use out of this. And I feel like this is a good shade to sort of take us into spring, like a winter/spring type of color. So I'm really excited to get some use out of this. I do really love the Velvet Blur lip formula. And then we also selected the Milani lipstick in the shade Matte Beauty. This is a little bit of a deeper nude shade, so I feel like, again, this is a better winter shade. So I feel like I will relatively quickly try to get 5 uses out of this before we hit more of those like spring times where I want to be wearing brighter, maybe softer colors. So I feel like this was rolled into this project sort of just in time to take us out of the winter season. So I am also excited to get some use out of this. I haven't worn this a lot just because it is a little bit of a deeper color, but I don't have a ton of deeper tones in my collection. And then the last lipstick that was chosen is from Makeup Revolution. This is the shade Chauffeur, and it's just a really pretty sort of nude shade. This is an everyday wearable nude color that I know I will easily get 5 uses out of. So this is another one I haven't used in a really long time. I also have had it for a pretty long time, so we'll see how it performs. But I do really enjoy this shade. The formula I don't think is anything special, but I do really love the shade of this for every day. And then lastly, a gloss was randomly selected. This is from Fenty and it is the shade Cheeky. So again, I feel like this is good to roll us into springtime, a little bit of a brighter gloss. I feel like it looks kind of scary in the tube, but it doesn't show up on the lips this bright. These can be sheared out quite a bit, so it's definitely nowhere near this intense. So hopefully this will be good to get me excited for the springtime and sort of ease me into wearing a little bit more brighter colors. So I'm really excited to get some use out of this. I am actually currently panning my other Fenty Gloss Bomb, and I forget the name of it, but it's like a really light white iridescent, I mean, it's not really white, it's technically clear, just iridescent shade. So this one will be fun to roll in. I do really love the formula of these Fenty glosses. And that is it for this update. I'm really excited to get some use out of all these newer, I mean, they're not new to me necessarily, but products that I haven't used in a really long time. So I'm excited for all the products that I rolled into this project and to use those few products a few more times to roll them out of this project. So if you did enjoy this, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I do post new videos, usually 2 to 3 times a week, depending on my schedule. And if you would like to see more from me, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified every time I post. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.